Hey, what's up, everybody? Lemon FT here, and today we're going to be reviewing Limbuscompany Canto 7 Part 3, the finale. So, as you can tell, this is probably about a week or two late, and there's a somewhat decent reason for it. After Part 2, I was very confused, and I was grinding mirror dungeons quite a bit, and the timing was just super unfortunate. I got burned out. I got really burned out. Um, you know, I get burned out from Limbus maybe every 4 or 5 months, and this was just that unfortunate timing. So once Canto 7 Part 3 dropped, I did play through a lot of it, but then I think once I got to like the horse boss, I got really bored. I got really bored first, and I took a break for like a couple days, and then after I beat it, I was like, I'm burnt out. So I left it alone for the longest time. Last night I finally picked it back up, beat Sancho, and then beat Don Quixote. Um, Honestly, the Sancho fight was kind of tricky. Um, it was honestly very tricky for me at first, but then on one of my runs, like, because, Sancho was destroying me in terms of clashes, but then once I brought in Fluid Sac, I started off the fight, used Fluid Sac, rolled heads, my sanity was pretty solid, and then it kind of like snowballed. I just didn't lose any clash after that, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, nice. So I just had to, it was like a race against Sancho to get the higher sanity. And once I got higher and lowered Sancho's, then we were good. Um, I just went off my list entirely. I was supposed to talk about the Canto in order, like the events, but I'm not gonna lie with you guys. This Canto was, it was okay. I didn't really enjoy it like I thought I would. Um, all this time, I think I built up unreasonable expectations in my head. If you check out my previous Limbuscompany videos and reviews, I said this is gonna be like the best Canto in the game. This is Don's Canto. It has to be the best. And even I just didn't really. It just wasn't really all that for me. I was talking with people about it in my Discord. I'm not gonna pretend like it was making me cheer and jump out of my chair or go, it was peak fiction. It was a good Canto. That's all. It was a good Canto. Um, that's, it is what it is. I like the music. I like the vampire blood fiend theme. Um, I liked the twist at the very beginning that Dawn is second kindred. I thought that was pretty cool. Um, but yeah, I guess I could show some of the gameplay. This is definitely gonna be a way shorter video than all my other reviews, honestly. Because I'm not gonna fake it. I'm not gonna pretend like it's just god tier beyond peak, and I'm sure it is for some people. Some people I saw were putting in their top three. I wouldn't even put it in my top three. Um, I think if I were to put it in my top five, sure, but it would be number five. So let's see here. I'm looking through the notes and stuff. We got a bit of Dawn's backstory after she got Rocinante. She was in like a ruin, sealed into a ruin. And then Virgil came in, broke her out. It was pretty cool. We got to see Don Quixote in the past, and Sancho really wasn't vibing with his ideals and his dreams until where is she? Dang, I surprisingly I took a lot of notes in this part. I wish I didn't get burned out because I really would have loved to have talked about this a while back. Um, Dang, I really didn't write down her name. Okay, well, it doesn't really matter. It's so hard for me to just recount this story because I really didn't care much for it. Um, it was cool though. There was a scene where uh, Otis, I was just like, nah, Otis is being racist, bro. She was like, nah, she's a blood fiend, one of those creatures, those monsters. She was on the bus with us, you know? And let's see. Um, let's see. Oh yeah. Before we were going to fight Sancho, but we didn't end up fighting her immediately. Ryoshu had asked for a heads up because she'd like to burn one last cigarette before she goes. And that's the second time she's done this now. Ricardo, and now with Sancho. So, Ryoshu's not afraid to basically admit, hey, we're kind of cooked. We're kind of screwed. Um, let's see what else. I honestly just found it like the most entertaining part of this part for me was how Otis was being such a massive hater, which is gonna be hilarious when she turns out to be a traitor. Freaking Miss Odysseus. Okay, hey, okay, Otis. It's a nice projection she had there. Um, and it was especially funny projection because Otis had asked Dante. Um, Otis asked if Dante would accept them even if they killed tens of thousands of people. And Dante was like, yeah, as long as they want to change and move forward. And then Otis said that she will never forget that. I was like, oh, crap. Here we go. Oh, boy, they're setting that up. Also, Jia Ji-chun, we learned that she seeks the river that will grant immortality for their elders. So that's definitely something we're gonna a theme we'll see in Honglu's Canto, immortality. Now I'm not gonna build up my expectations for that Canto, just because I built them up for this one to be the best, and it didn't live up to it. So I'm just gonna try to keep my expectations a bit low from now on, because I'd say after Dawn, I'm most excited for Otis and Faust's Cantos. Um, and I don't want them to be a flop. Well, here's the thing: Limbus, Project Moon has not flopped on any of the Cantos, in my opinion. They haven't flopped yet, but it's just, you know, 5, 6, and then 7. We always had that joke. How do they continue to just keep topping each Canto and making it better and better? This one did not do it, in my opinion. And one of the things that I said at the end is I felt like the entire time I was waiting for that big moment, that big twist. Whoa, what? The big drop. And it never happened. And I also said maybe it was because I was so confused. I just didn't know when it happened. Possibly. But I just went through the entire thing like, oh, okay. And I mean, I guess maybe the biggest thing that wasn't actually revealed as like a giant jaw dropping review was Bari. Bari is the book hunter in Angela's bad ending from Library Ruina. That's Bari. She's the book hunter. So that was interesting. That was cool. I want to learn more about Bari. That's all I took out of this Canto. I just want to learn more about Bari. That's all. Because she's definitely alive. This is 200 years ago. And then we see her in Library of Ruina, right? So she's still alive, which is kind of insane, right? Unless I'm getting that mixed up. I'm pretty sure that's Bari. Bari the Book Hunter, the Night of the White Moon. Anyways, let's just cover the Sancho fight. Hold on, let me pull it up. Okay, so the fight was very long and difficult, in my opinion. Even when I was able to push her sanity into the negatives and was kind of dominating the fight, there were times where her sanity would jump up into positives randomly. It was very, very scary. But yeah, we ended up beating her. Let's see that beautiful victory. She died to bleed damage. How ironic is that? We beat Sancho with bleed damage. I was gonna lose that clash too. We basically have a really wholesome moment of friendship where Don, like all of our friends, break through the cracks and bring her back to our side. It was very wholesome, very sweet. We got this awesome, like, sprite fight. It reminded me of Roland and Argalia. Like, this looked really sick, dog. I loved this. Like, dude, that's so clean. Now, Bari isn't a color, right? What grade is she? And you see, another thing, I got thrown off by the Night of the White Moon, because I feel like that feels like a color name, but it's also not. Because that title is just so freaking cool. How could that not be a color? But she's definitely not a color. That's too long a name for a color. God, that looks so good. I wonder what grade she is. Grade 1? Possibly? 1 to 2? Let's see that final attack when they charge up for it. It's so cool. Bari's just a different kind of beast. I had to look at that without the borders. My God. So cool. So freaking cool. But yeah, Don ends up coming back to our side. And then we have to fight the father, Don Quixote. Okay, so going into the final fight, I had actually lost the fight, the first phase, 2 or 3 times. I was suggested to try to solo it with Don, and it was going okay, but like, I felt like the RNG was kind of screwing me over a lot with the coin flips. Whenever I tried to evade, it was just really bad. I didn't enjoy trying to solo it. I probably could, but I felt like I was going to lose my mind from the attempts. So I just went in with a legitimate team. Same team I'd been running through with it the whole time. And this song, this Mili song is fantastic. I love this song. Never expected a merry-go-round to be what we basically fight. So yeah, this was like my 4th attempt. And again, this is a very long fight. This is like 40 minutes. Which I didn't realize until I ended the recording. It's such a cool song, dude. But yeah, the whole gimmick is to just clash, evade. Like, you just gotta keep evading, and eventually we evade enough times where Don Quixote comes down himself. And once he comes down himself, it was easy. It was unironically an easy fight. I beat him first try once we got out of phase 1. Phase 1 was the only reason I struggled at all. It was just the freaking coin flips. Because I'd keep getting staggered, and then it was just over. Because, like, I did lose a lot of a lot of sinners in this fight. But, I mean, I still won fairly easily. And honestly, when I think about it now, I'm like, how did I actually win this fight without any issues? I'm kind of surprised myself. We got a bit more backstory. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wasn't really reading his abilities all that much. I did read a little bit during this phase, So I did dedicate a couple of my centers to taking out the ads. And I also made sure to take full advantage of Don being immortal, or, you know, because that's how it is in every Canto. Every center is basically immortal in their own individual cantos for the final boss. Definitely took advantage of that. And then later in, I realized, oh wait, I have ego resources. I can just use Don's ego. And I realized when I pulled it up, I was like, wait, that's Don's ego from the trailer. I completely missed that I had that available. So let's take a look at that awesome... Let's look at that. Yearning. I don't know how to pronounce it really. Merkala. Merkala. Such a fantastic Mili song, dude. And it hits hard. I just spammed that like 3 turns in a row. I don't know how to explain it, but like that specific part of the song feels really nostalgic for some reason. I don't know why. Like this part, for some reason. I don't know why. It sounds so nostalgic. Honestly, after this, I'll listen to the full song on here. I think I did that for Canto 3 with Cromer, and I was blown away. Because I haven't really paid attention to the lyrics that much, but I do like to watch. I like learning the lyrics for the first time because they hit way harder. But yeah, I kept spamming that until I was about to corrode, and then I didn't. I stopped. And honestly, I lucked out because I was just down to Sync Don and Sync Otis, who I only really wanted to use as a support. I only had Otis at level 40, but even still, she was holding up really, really well with clashes. That's Sync for you. They go crazy. So I got him down to what, 700, 600 health or so, 683. And thank God it just went into the cutscene to end it, because I was not gonna win that fight. This part was fantastic, though, I will say. I love how the song picked up again and it got more chaotic. Absolutely insane. I love how we're always punching above our weight class in Limbus. And then Don Quixote was about to kill Dante. Bro, Dante just needs to go hide somewhere. Always, always, always in danger like this. It's ridiculous. Dante's out here giving up way too easily. Freaking Sancho comes out here and tanks it. Eats that blast. I was like, okay. And then we unlock a new power. Let's see. We unlock a new Golden Bow Resonance. And that's beating us. I recognize that anywhere. I will light your path. So sick. I shan't be long. God, that's so clean. So, my prediction was wrong. I thought it was going to be like a debuff cleanser, but it lets you use an ego skill without any resources, which I think is pretty neat. That's kind of cool. I can definitely imagine that coming in handy during a mirror dungeon. I was like, hopeless, huh? So I was saying, and then they do this, which I think was fantastic. This is probably my favorite part of the Canto. Absolutely incredible finale. That looks like a homeboy from Fate. Apocrypha? I forgot his name. Don's voice actors absolutely killed it in this Canto, though. I'm my enemy and my friend. I'm sitting there like completely like taken aback. And then you have to smash space, gallop on. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. So sick, dude. So sick. Like, I really hope we get stuff like this in future Cantos. Take the mechanics that you know are like incredible and bring them over to the next one. I want to see that in more situations, not just the final boss. And the moon behind them, dude. Oh. So perfect, dude. So perfect. Mwah. I am my biggest fan. So good. So good, so good, so good. So yeah, we slay Don Quixote in a fair duel at the end. We get to hear Don sing her song. I'll let it play because I let all of them play. But yeah, overall, the Canto was decent. That incredible finale doesn't like make me change my mind though. And I'm not trying to sound like stubborn or anything, but just I was super hyped for the very beginning. I was super hyped at the very end. The final boss fight itself wasn't really all that interesting. I think it was made to be like really frustrating, but it wasn't. If I'm being honest, the Sancho fight was more frustrating, in my opinion. Just because if I really got screwed with the coin flips, then she just snowballed like crazy and I couldn't clash her at all, ever. But for the final boss with Don Quixote, all I had to do was just evade everything at the start. And then once he came down, I beat the freaking brakes off of him. It was very easy. It was just time consuming, if anything. The unblockable coins, my god. That was really bad. I legitimately, I didn't enjoy the boss fight. I enjoyed the fun space smashing mechanics at the end. I loved the music. I loved the voice acting as always. The voice acting is always top tier in these Cantos. I'll never hate on the voice acting in this game because it's beyond fantastic. They nail it. It's interesting though. I wonder if Don's gonna be like more serious at times now. Because obviously the dream has ended. She knows what she is, who she is. So I'm very curious. I feel like it's gonna be weird for a bit. There's no way Don's just gonna go back to how she was before. You know? There's no shot. Look at Oda sitting over there. Traitor! Look at that traitor. Look at that traitor. She's pissed. Why did we let that thing back on the bus? You know she's thinking that. She's racist. What's up with Virgil? He's staring at himself in that iPad. Shall we journey to the subsequent canto of this epic? So sick. Love that final song too for it. We got a bit more from homegirl, Susara. I'm curious what she's gonna try to do, and honestly, I hope that someday whatever she's doing with Don Quixote's body comes back into play, because crazy enough, we did complete our mission. We brought him back. Well, we didn't bring him back to her. She, we were already there, but yeah. We completed our mission. We got our bow. Yeah, it's interesting. This was definitely an interesting canto. Oh, we got to see Damien again. And he was with Sensen. Dude, it's gonna be crazy when we eventually have to fight these dudes, like, head on for real. Because Sensen freaking bro could have bodied us so easily. This man was just playing with us like we were little dolls on a stage. It was bad. Very embarrassing. But, yeah, the canto was decent. I enjoyed it. Overall, if I had to rank it, I made a list. I updated my Canto rankings. So at first place, I have Canto 3. It's my favorite, still. That's number 1. Cromer, Sinclair, that really, was a vital to me really, loving Limbuscompany. That was vital. After Canto 3, I have Canto 6. I think originally I would have had Canto 6 in first place, but I really looked back and thought about, how much, my enjoyment was. I really, really, really enjoyed Canto 3 more. So that's why Canto 6 is in second. Third place, you're probably going to be like, what the heck? Third place is Canto 2. I put Canto 2 there, not really for, the final boss areas, because, with Rhodia and all that crap, it was whatever. It was decent. But the casino, guys, I've said it so many times in so many videos. The casino scene, I freaking loved it so much. That is the reason why I came to love the Sinners the way I do. The casino. The battle music was still the best in the game, in my opinion. It hasn't been topped. Just, the casual battle music. Like, that's the best. That's the best. It hasn't been topped. So that's number 3. That's my top 3. Number 4 would be Canto 5. Number 5 would be Canto 7. So yes, it is in 5th place for me because it's decent. 6th place, I say Canto 4. I didn't really enjoy Canto 4. I made it known to you guys. I explained it. I think one of the biggest problems with Canto 4 for me was, first off, timing. Timing. When I started playing the game, the timing was just bad. Because I went from Canto 1, 2, 3, right? And what was it, 12 or 13 missions in there? Or was it, no, it was 20, right? I can't remember how many, but Canto 1 through 3 was actually, really short. They were short. And then, I'm binging through it. And keep in mind, when I caught up to everybody else, Canto 4 was done. We were waiting for Canto 5. So, Canto 4 is the first canto where it's a full-length, longer one. Now, I don't have a problem with those, but I had to binge it, right? I binged all of Canto 4. And you guys know how I am. I get bored. I get tired. I doze off. I get, my mind wanders when I'm not really captivated with stuff. And that was how it was with 4. I was captivated at the beginning, and then it kind of fell off, and then I was like, oh, whatever, dude. I just want to get through it, And I did read everything, but it felt like Canto 7 here. It just felt like that all over again. But obviously, I cared more about Canto 7. Yisang's cool, but his character didn't really help captivate me, If anything that, actually kept me locked in somewhat for this canto, it was Dawn. I just wanted to be locked in for Dawn. Yisang didn't really have me interested at all. And also the boss fights, the semi-final boss and the final boss of Canto 4. I think that was the first time like I really, really struggled in the game. I kind of realized, I was like, wow, this is kind of crazy. Um, and I didn't like that. I think that also played into how much I hated it. But yeah, I hated Canto 4. And then in 7th place we have Canto 1. Canto 1 sucked. That's all. I liked it initially when I first played it, simply because, oh, LobCorp, hey, we're in a LobCorp branch. I love LobCorp. LobCorp is still my favorite Project Moon game. I was like, hey, I love it. You know, this is awesome. But overall, if I'm being objective, it's not better than 4. Actually, wait. Nah, it's not. Just because I got a nice little fan service with LobCorp doesn't mean it was better than 4. Gregor's Crap sucked. But yeah, that's my updated rankings. Canto 3, Canto 6, Canto 2, Canto 5, Canto 7, Canto 4, Canto 1. I'm sorry, it was just a decent Canto. It's middle of the road. I hope the next Canto can top it. I think we're going to Honglu next, right? Honglu? Or is it Ryoshu? I forget the order. I remember someone showed me like the actual order, and we like fully know. I know Faust is last, and then it's Otis, I believe, before Faust. I just can't remember if it's Honglu first or Ryoshu first. One of those. Because they were really like laying it down for both Honglu and Ryoshu a lot in this Canto. Obviously, with Ryoshu, every time they mentioned family, she was one of the characters who had a reaction. And this is La Mancha Land, where everyone's family and all that, you know, the kindred. So she was having a lot of reactions to family. And I was like, oh, I wonder if hers is next. But I feel like Honglu's would have been the one next, because we literally, you know, we're fighting a mission alongside his sister. And we learned that she's trying to, you know, retrieve... she's trying to find the river that will grant immortality. So I feel like Honglu should be next narratively, but if it's Ryoshu, I'll also accept that. Honestly, I'm very excited for all the sinners that are left, including Dante. I'll tell you, bro, Dante's is the only one that I will actually have unrealistic expectations for. I am expecting so much out of Dante's. It's gonna be absolutely nuts. I'm excited. It's crazy to think how fast we're actually moving, dog. We just finished Canto 7. We got Canto 8 next. Isn't that crazy to think? But yeah. Decent Canto. Oh, I guess I have to pull up the Mili song. Let me not forget. Alright, I pulled it up on YouTube. Let's give it a listen. I want to read like the full lyrics and everything now. But yeah, again, before we watch it, I'd like to apologize to anyone who is disappointed in me for not really enjoying it. Maybe I just missed something. I think the Canto was fairly straightforward. And it's just, I don't know. Maybe there was something I missed that should have made me enjoy it a lot more than I did. But, you know, I can't really take that back now. It was a pretty good Canto, but it just wasn't really for me. And by that I mean, like, I built my expectations way too high. I love the visuals here. Holy crap, my god. Dang, dude. Like a message to Don Quixote. That makes sense too. I'm my biggest fan, Don Quixote. Oh, that's what she said. Interesting. Uh-oh. Ooh! The facade. I just got chills on that one. Clay. Ooh. Ooh, I remember seeing that all over the screen. I'm waiting for that final part. Roll. Ooh! Oh man, I love that part. That's probably my favorite part of the song. I love this visual too, man. Woo-hoo-hoo. Wow. Wow. Woo. Nah, that's fantastic. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Hold on. I didn't realize how freaking crazy that was. Wow. Okay, that's incredible. You know what's hilarious? That's definitely my top 3 Mili songs for Limbus. Easily. Easily, without a doubt. It's funny how, like, overall, the Canto didn't really impress me that much. But the song is like, wow. And it's funny, because I remember there were some folks in the Discord who were like, oh my god, I'm so sick of the Mili songs at the end of every camp. Bro, I love the Mili songs. That's what I look forward to most of all. I look forward to the Mili songs at the end of each canto. Wow. What was that one part? This part? I can't put my finger on it. Why does it feel nostalgic? This verse specifically. Like everything about that, not the lyrics, because obviously this is the first time I'm hearing it, but like the piano, the violin, the strings feel very familiar. Actually, the lyrics too, kind of. I'm not gonna try to hit that note. I can't hit that. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I love that part. And then obviously the end. Biggest fan, I am my biggest fan. I am my enemy and my friend. So good, dude. I'm telling you, I really want to do like a ranking of the final boss Mili songs. I think I'm going to hold off until we get all the sinners. I'm gonna do that. I really, really want to do it right now. I really want to go back and listen to a bunch of them right now. But I will hold off. I will hold off. You guys know how hard it is too? Cause like there are times where I listen to freaking Lament, Live and Lament. I forgot the full name. I listened to that one a lot. I love that song. Um, the main theme of Limbuscompany, if you will. Um, but like, dude, still Cromer's Canto 3s is just. I'm thinking back to it. That's just legendary. It's so legendary. I think if I were to do a ranking now, I'd still have that one in number one. It's undefeated in my opinion. And honestly, when I do my rankings, I will include the main Limbus theme, just because it's a Mili theme. All Mili themes need to be ranked in Limbus. Um, I think I'd still have the Cromer one in first place right now. There are still some chances that it could be overthrown, but like, dang man, that was so good. What? They had no business being that good. Like, this is absolutely godlike. Absolutely godlike. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I did say that this would be a shorter video, but I think it might be my longest Canto review yet. Actually, maybe not, but it's definitely up there. Yeah, it was a good Canto. Amazing character development from Don. Fun mechanics. Well, not the unbreakable coins. That wasn't fun. But I loved the theme. I loved the setting. I loved the character designs. Everybody looked freaking awesome, in my opinion. Um, and then, most importantly, the voice acting and the music was just top tier. Project Moon never fails on that front. Never, ever fails on that front. And you guys already know. They never fail. So yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you guys for Limbuscompany when we get the teaser for Canto 8. Very excited for that. But yeah, I just can't wait till we can do a review of all the Mili songs. Ah, dude, I feel like Otis's is probably gonna be the best. I'll just put that out right now. I'll predict that. For me, at least, in my opinion. I think Otis's Mili song is going to be absolutely beyond peak. I think it's going to surpass Cromer's in my opinion. But yeah, thanks to everyone who watched. I will see you next time. Take it easy.